Hi everyone on YouTube. So we are outside and we're kind of in the birds' territory. So you may hear them trying to get to their food, and we're out in the community, so people may be walking by and whatnot, but I'm going to show you this process of the wool. Now, a couple things of washing the wool. So a couple things, you want to have a plastic bag. If you're just starting to do this, have a nice big plastic freezer bag, and so you have something to put your wool in. And this will weigh about 2 to 4 ounces of wool. So this wool that I've put in here has already been cut, and this is going to be wool that we're going to wash. So have a basin. This is a basin. And I put very, very little water in there. And the reason I'm doing this outside is because I'm going to empty this water outside instead of putting it down the drain, because it will have little fibers in it. But I'm using very little. And then I have like a small half gallon of water here. So and I'll be using that. I am not using any soaps. No soaps for this. Now you can, but if you do, you want to make sure you get all of the soap out when you're washing your wool, because it will deteriorate the wool over time. It will eat away at it. It will make it brittle. It will not be a healthy wool. So I happen to really like the lanolin left a little bit in the wool, and I don't like it bleached and washed out. I don't like bleach going through the wool. And when you buy it at the store, it is most likely bleached. So I am using just cold water, and I'm not going to agitate it too much, but I clipped off the edges, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So here we go. When you take your raw wool like this, just kind of hold it out, and you're going to tell these are kind of all stiff, and you can tell that they're not super clean. So now I really like curls and whatnot on these pieces of wool, but these pieces here are most likely down near the ground, so they've picked up dirt, a lot of dirt, mud, this and that. So you clip those right off, and it discolors the wool too. If the sheep has gone like all winter with that, it has discolored the wool. So this is why it is a really good idea, if you're washing it out, that you take a really good look at it before you buy it off of the farm. I'm just going to put that so they don't fly away. Now see, these are nice pieces here, really nice. But and this is kind of a beige. This is not an all white. This is the color here. If you open it up a little bit, you can see closer to the real color. So I'm going to put those right in the water, and I'll tip that so you can see in a minute. I'm just going to put those right in there so they don't fly away. This one, the whole thing is already clipped there. So yeah, you go through the bag before you buy it, because if there's a lot of these, you know, and you're seeing all that, that's not a good bag of wool to be buying. You want to be able to see the fluffy parts of the wool. You want to see the body of the wool. You want to see something that you can work with, because if you're buying whatever you're buying, let's say a pound, and you're going to clip off about, you know, 2 ounces, so that leaves you with much less wool, right? Okay, so this is pretty good here. Got a little bit more there, you can see. So we're going to clip those off. You can see here, it's a little stiffer. And that's just lanolin that kind of cakes up there, and of course with the elements, we'll put those under there. Now I am going to put these in the water and show you that and swish them around. And I'm going to show you how the water changes the color. I think you can see it there. This is some nice wool, so you see the water's not getting too dirty at all. And there's not even much in there. So now if I was to put warm water and then soap and agitate it, I'd be felting the wool, so I don't want to do that. So I'm keeping these pieces loose, and you can see there, you can see the color change of the water, and it's not much. This is nice and clean. There you go. So that is a really good example, and all I do from here is I take a coat hanger and I hang them right, or you can put them right on this after you get your water out. And like I said, you know, that's very little water. You don't want to use a lot of water. You don't need to use a lot of water. So anyway, and then you dry them, spread them out like that, because if you leave them clumped, guess what? It's going to take you a long time to dry out your wool. So this is why I have spread them out a little bit like that. And outside is the best place. I am going to place these on a coat hanger and put the coat hanger on a drying rack. And then I'm going to let them dry outside today. It's nice and cool and windy, and it's a perfect day for them to dry outside. So I hope that helps and gives you a really good idea on how to wash out your wool, how to dry it out, and prompts you to buy from the farmers because they have some really awesome wool. So and the next step is, after this is all dry, we'll give it all day long to dry today, and then tomorrow we'll start needle felting the cat. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and you have a beautiful day.